adventure word has become such a marketing gimmick, very much like the word organic has become for food. I mean, paying $27,000 for these people. The prices for adventure bikes have just gotten really ridiculous. I think for most bikes they have gotten ridiculous. Like, motorcycling used to be about getting to work cheaply, like cheap transportation. People that just don't have that much money, you know. Now all of a sudden, I think it's the Chinese scooters. That's why all of these Chinese vehicles are just flooding the market. There is a demand for inexpensive transport, and then of course you have to be very careful because you're going to be having some maintenance issues on it, always on the BMWs. People always say that they don't, but data does not lie. Unfortunately, it's the type of thing that adventure bikes in particular have become a rich man's thing. It's the new trend in motorcycling, and whenever there's like a trend, it just feels like you need to get out, you need to find something else. For me, it's scooters. Scooters are awesome. Like, scooters are still the same price, I think, that they were 10 years ago. I'm sure there's some that are very expensive, but I can buy a cheap scooter very easily. Sometimes you get one of these guys on the left lane that refuses to move to the right. You know, everything. It's not just the bikes. It's the luggage. It's the outfits. It's the jackets. Whenever you attach adventure to something, the price goes up. People attach the word organic to food, the price just goes up, but nobody really knows what part of the why it's organic. People just assume, but it's really just marketing. It's nuts. Nope. For me, one of the benefits of riding motorcycles and what I look for is bikes that are inexpensive. Like, there was a guy online on the Super Tenere forum that apparently I must have upset them, because I think I told him that you can get Super Teneres for like $5,000, and he's like, oh, the only $5,000 ones are the super beat up ones. And you know, I pointed out several, and it turns out like there is this weird mentality that people do have about buying motorcycles and cars. They think everything that's used is shit. They think everything that has like 30,000 miles is just completely gone. This is an American mentality. You know, Americans, they buy something and then they throw it away almost immediately. In 4 years they're on to the next thing. You know, Americans are very consumer oriented. I'm trying to be careful here. You know, filtering, I prefer filtering over lane splitting. It just feels a little bit safer. But because you do this a lot of times on bicycles. That Jeep is a douche. It just seems ridiculous to pay that much. I mean, all of a sudden motorcycling has become a rich man's game, and it was never that, you know. I think of real adventure motorcycling when you think of the movie The Motorcycle Diaries. Those guys taking a regular bike and just riding it. That's really what adventure is. I can't see those guys taking a big GS. It just doesn't seem as cool or adventurous to do. What's this guy doing? of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.